It's 12 o'clock Eastern. That means it's late night with Eddie Buffalo and my co-host, Dr. Andy. Hey, Dr.
Hey,
Andy,
hey,
what's going
good
on,
to
buddy?
see
Good
you.
to see you. All the comments and statements by Eddie Buffalo and Dr. Andy are purely for entertainment purposes. Shows about aliens. So we thought we'd go with our buddies at Old Glory, oldglory.com. Over 350,000 styles of t-shirts, hats, tchotchkes, mugs, stuff for your pets. It's ridiculous. So
Good thing I have a big closet.
we're just happy you're out of it, Dr. Andy, just like me.
He's touching my leg again.
No. My hands are right up here, so I don't know who's
No.
it might
Oh,
be
no.
it might be
Oh.
something else.
I'm shocked and appalled.
So check out our friends at allglory.com. There's usually something really cool on there you're going to really like. And once you find what you like and you put it in your buggy, if you're from Texas, or you put it in your shopping cart, if you're from New York like we were,
Yeah.
put in the promo code Buffalo for 15%.
You have to steal the
off.
shopping cart too and use it in your backyard for something.
It's called borrowing. Not
Oh,
stealing. No, I would never do that.
no, I've never done that either.
So, since we're talking about aliens, I thought it would be fun to play one of our songs that people seem to like so much about Alien Doug and his secret plan. I don't know if you heard this yet.
No, I haven't gotten to that one yet.
Well, here we go with Alien Doug and his secret plan.
Oh, taking cars, dogs, and aliens.
Alien Doug from a world unexplored.
It's almost like the record just skipped.
Legends of cosmic lore. His spaceship descended. And then we go. Alien Doug, your spaceship's glowing blue.
Doug's all blue, you know. Banging everybody in.
Faster than light, we escaped from the earth
Ow. That's all. That's
to
all.
a blue planet in a new
Now you know I'm gonna have to do Alien Dog.
Doug said, "There's only one reason you're here.
Moving right along.
We're the last of our species, and the end is near." Alien Doug,
This was #1 on Sono for about 2 weeks.
your spaceship's glowing.
Doug is doing my favorite movie.
Alien Doug, I won't make love to you.
Well, I think that's enough for anybody. I'll make sure that I leave the link to all our songs on Sono at EBI Media that you can check out.
That is really catchy.
really.
The reason I wanted to talk about UFOs is basically, as a person who's had predominantly science and math training, I try to look at things logically, and UFOs give me this huge dilemma. On one side, you've got pretty well documented episodes we can't explain, pictures taken by the military or by so many people at once.
Allegedly.
Rendlesham Forest would be one. Another one is the article in the New York Times about the quote unquote tic tacs that our best planes were encountering and not being able to keep up with, explain, document, etc., with pilots coming forward, with tapes coming forward.
No heat signature or any exhaust coming out of these things too.
But they show on radar. And the final one that really is difficult to just put off into a corner, the Phoenix lights. The television station shows it. Everybody sees it. The mayor.
And they were ginormous too. They were huge.
So there's something there. But my dilemma is we look at the other side. How far away is the nearest star? 6 light years and change. What's a light year? A light year is how fast light goes times a year. Can we get anything even to a tenth of the speed of light?
Humans
It takes huge amounts of energy.
now, you be in a position. This is a good question. What happens to the body in space?
Okay. We have a huge number of problems traveling in space. Just looking, if we were to travel to Mars, I read a book, The Journey to Mars, written by a couple scientists. Radiation shielding people, having enough water and oxygen, having a sustainable environment to land in. The medical problems with zero gravity are huge. You know, our hearts, brains, etc., bones are not designed to be in a zero gravity environment and then return to gravity. You know, it's just the problems of space travel are staggering for even shorter distances. The problems of getting up to anything even near light speed, the amount of energy is incredible. Also, when you accelerate or decelerate, you know, getting from light speed to not, you know, nothing, the deceleration would kill people. The acceleration would kill people. And even the closest star, that's 4 years. That's a long journey. So
Why do you want to come here? Because I mean, if they have all that technology, we're like primitive people compared to them.
we may have resources. We may be interesting. We may be a zoo. Then you also go
A
on.
lot of people have said that we're a zoo.
You go the dilemma. We keep waving and saying, "Hi, we're here. Hi, we're here." Do we really want to be doing that? Who may come and visit us? Are they here to say hi and help us? Do they want our resources? Do they look at us like a pest? Are they so far advanced that it would be like Ed and I go outside and see a fire ant hill and step on it? You know, there's a lot of dilemmas.
I'm not doing
there.
that. I'm not doing that.
But there's so many things we've seen that we cannot explain that are reasonably well documented. You know, the three I listed there: film, witness testimony, people who have nothing to gain, everything to lose by standing and coming up forward about it, versus the physics of just trying to get from point A to point B. Yeah, people will say, "Oh, warp drive this. Show me how you can do it."
There is a scientist working on warp drive.
Oh, yeah, they're working on it. There are people working on cold fusion, just not gotten there.
You got to wonder, what's out there. I mean, I know a little bit. I've looked behind the veil a little bit on a few things. As we get more popular, we got people talking to me that I would never had a chance to talk to in my life. Now, I wish I could say that I've had a UFO encounter, but I haven't. How about you, Dr. Andy? Have you ever seen
No,
one?
I have not.
But have you had an anal probe?
No.
You sure? I think you would have remembered that.
I think so too.
So, two things I want to throw at you to get your reaction.
Mhm.
Okay, the pyramid. They're saying that aliens and alien technology was used to create the pyramid.
I find that difficult. I'm more convinced that we have had civilization before. The traditional narrative is around 5,000 to 4,000 BCE. We decided that we're not just going to wander and kill things. We're going to begin agriculture and socialize. However, if we look, Göbekli Tepe, this huge structure was built and buried around 9,000 BCE. If we look at the pyramids and a lot of the larger stone structures in South America, the civilizations we associate with them, they didn't build them, they just happened on them. They said, oh, this is here already. So we're probably dealing with a couple different layers of civilization that's come, gone because of some environmental catastrophe. We all have that flood myth. So I think the pyramids were probably built by higher technology people that we're not aware of. Where did they come from? Probably the Sahara Desert, because at 10,000 BCE, the Sahara Desert was a very green plain full of life.
Well, I'm going to throw something else at you,
Mhm.
okay? Say you're coming from another planet, and you come down here, and you go to like the 1800s or 1900s in early 1900s in New York City,
Mhm.
and you see these huge skyscrapers in that, okay? So they didn't even have the technology that we have now. And it's amazing that all that stuff was built too.
Yeah, we're very good at building things, and I think we're selling ourselves short. We did not need alien technology to build those things. We did need better engineering than we had at the time we're crediting them. The best argument for the pyramids being somewhat older is the argument with the Sphinx. If you look at the Sphinx, it's got the traditional desert air, sandstorm weathering on the top. The bottom of the Sphinx has water damage. The last time they had water in that quantity there would be around 9,000 BC.
And another thing that I want to throw at you is that I don't think it's alien.
No, I think it's people. I just think we had civilizations probably pre 10,000 BCE that had advanced a lot further than we are aware of. Where would we find them? We'd probably look in the Sahara. We'd probably look offshore a couple miles, because at that time the sea levels were significantly lower. We're already finding things offshore.
I think it's us. I think it's time travel.
I don't know. Nah. I think it was just us at that time were better and further advanced than the civilizations that we think are progenitors.
Time travel. I'm telling you, it's time travel.
Uh,
We're going to come back in time to see what the hell we were doing back then. And hey, stupid, stop. But
you'd have to present me with some evidence.
well, present me with evidence of aliens then.
Right. That's where I have my dilemma. We have records of things we can't explain. Vendors from forest, Phoenix lights, etc. But the physics of getting from a different star system is incredible. We require energy on a planetary basis to move something even up to 90% of the speed of light. And the nearest one is 4 years away at the full speed of light.
And, with all the technology that we have, let me see a good picture. What's up with that?
Nobody has shown me anything convincing that says aliens. It just says there's a phenomenon out there we can't explain. And there's no reason there can't be life in other places, because our own bacteria grow in circumstances that would be typical for Mars. We have bacteria that grow in vacuums. We have bacteria that grow under huge amounts of radiation like you'd have in space. We have bacteria that tolerate high temperatures, low temperatures. So,
Now, this brings up a really huge philosophical question that a lot of people say that humans are not able to handle.
what's that?
Religion.
What would happen to religion if we see life elsewhere?
Correct.
We're probably going to have some crises along the way. I would think that, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam are going to have to reach some sort of a reconciliation in the light of finding life elsewhere. But that's just personal opinion.
We say finding life elsewhere. it might not be something that we've ever seen before.
Yeah, we
It
may
mi-
not recognize it as life.
It might be something small that's microscopic that we don't even see,
Mhm.
you know? But to me, it's a very interesting thing. You could talk for days on end on this. You know what I mean? Because it just
We-
makes you think, a lot
we
of this
have
stuff.
some divergent life on Earth. We have some bacteria we pulled up have DNA totally different from anything that we've seen. If we want to look, some of the cephalopods like octopi that's a whole different chain.
A lot of people think that's an alien.
Well,
Octopus.
I
But some people eat them too.
I would just say life can be very, very divergent, very adaptive, and we are going to see things that we did not expect.
It is very interesting,
Our-
And here's another question for you. Okay, so aliens come here. Hey, we're here. Hi, Andy. Hi, Eddie. What's going on? You're also going to have people saying, "That's bullshit. Those aren't aliens. Those are like special effects."
It's going to be difficult to demonstrate something for popular satisfaction.
Yeah, because I mean, there's always doubting
Who's
Thomases.
Who's going to vouch? Who do you trust to vouch that there is something like that? That's going to be, who we trust as a arbitrator.
And a lot of people are thinking, when you're talking about Nikola Tesla, when you're talking about Einstein, when you're talking about Stephen Hawking's, was there like an aha moment? Oh, have this knowledge there from the alien.
Tesla and a couple of the other ones, Philip K. Dick spoke to it. He was an author. Spoke of feeling that they were touched by something external. There you wonder, is that more their own brain speaking to them? Are they neurodivergent from us that, they have another voice in their brain? Or are they schizophrenic? Are they psychotic? You have a lot of things there. We look at miracles in the church. Somebody, oh, God talked to me. If I said, oh, God talked to me, probably I would end up in a psychiatric.
Again, he's going into the.
The thing that's interesting too is they can induce a religious-like experience by stimulating parts of your temporal lobe or by certain chemicals like DMT.
What is that? I have no idea what that is.
DMT, it's called the God drug. It's one of the molecules in the ayahuasca when people have the ayahuasca experience, or just DMT can be made. It's a hallucinogen where people state that they have a religious-like experience. They all kind of see the same thing, which makes you wonder, is it just our neurological setup, the way we're chemically set up?
Yeah, I think I might be an alien, Dr. Andy, because I know a lot of the women that I've dated said they've seen God.
Old or New Testament?
It depends. Depends on the week.
I'm going to make sure that I sit a little further away.
Hey,
We don't even really have
maybe
a-
some of this will rub off on you, big boy.
we don't even really know exactly what consciousness is.
No, it's I talk to a gentleman at the gym every morning. He actually taught this in the military, so this is kind of a little bit
Mhm.
mind-blowing perception.
Think of us, the space inside our heads is as big as the space all around us in the universe from our nervous system standpoint. We're just like a lens between two big spaces.
I mean, what do you also think? A lot of people think that when we go to sleep, we go to another realm of space-time continuum.
Show me the evidence, but I can see why people think that. The inside of your brain, your consciousness is as extensive in some people's mind as the entire universe around you. Some people report with certain medications like DMT or intravenous ketamine, though a death of ego where we're all part of one big consciousness. There's an argument called solipsism where the only
Never
thing
heard of
we-
that.
Solipsism, the only thing that exists is me and my imagination. Everything else is just stage actors that I'm creating to amuse myself.
That is really interesting. It really, truly is. Well, since St. Patrick's Day is this Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of traditions did you have? When you grew up? Did you go to parade? Did you drink when you were a young man? What was going on?
They had the St. Patrick's Day parade in New York City. I was on Long Island. We got in there once or twice. We celebrated. We had a lot of kids who were of Irish American heritage. And of course, it was an excuse for everybody to get hammered in college.
We had 2 parades in Buffalo. They still do. And the reason that I knew that the pandemic was real is that one of the first things they canceled were the 2 parades.
What do they have?
People were losing their
Green
mind.
Parade and the Orange Parade?
Nope. They have the main parade on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have the old First Ward parade, which is pretty much getting bigger than the big parade. And the reason it got so popular is because that's in the First Ward of Buffalo, where all the grain silos are,
Mm-hmm.
where all the original Irish immigrants came down
Mhm.
first, and a lot of them became scoopers and didn't leave.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you, Andy, I see more people at that parade that I haven't seen in a million years than anything. You know, it's more of like a family tradition. And talking about St. Patrick's Day and Lucky Charms, they are magically delicious. First of all,
Leave my Lucky Charms alone.
but I'm not touching your Lucky Charms. So
Good, thank you.
General Mills is right downtown,
Mhm.
and the one year it was not a smart thing. On their float, they were throwing little boxes of cereal to the kids and Matchbox cars.
That's nice.
That was not good. That was not good because people were whipping them back.
You make a good point.
So I'm a wuss. I'm only half Irish. So we would go downtown to the parade. We'd go to a bar first.
What part of you got drunk, the top or the bottom?
Well, my Aunt Marie thought it was really funny. She'd ask me, Eddie, you're Polish and Irish. Which part? And I go, well, my bottom part's Polish. And she thought that was funny, which I didn't understand why it was funny until many, many years. Now we're talking the front, Dr. Andy. We're talking the front.
Things I don't know and probably don't want to know.
So I was such a wuss that I would go out with everybody. And these are all Irish Catholic, drinkers, maybe functional alcoholics. I was one of them, at times. You don't know until you know. And we had a great time all the time. But they would all stay out. And after the little parade, I had to go home and take a nap.
Yeah, there are some people with better tolerance. I worked construction, made cement as a kid, and somebody said the roofers were making more money and they wanted to loan me, my crew was going to loan me to the roofers for a couple weeks. I couldn't do it because the routine was they go to a bar around 5 p.m, drink till around 1 a.m, go out, roof until they fell off, sleep a little, go back to the bar, roof, and I couldn't handle the social life, as they say.
So once a year, I would wear a kilt for St. Paddys Day for the ward parade. Yeah. And there was days in Buffalo for the ward parade. It was freezing. It would snow. It'd still be crappy.
Windy too.
Plus, you're down by the water. You know what I mean? So, Dr. Andy, you're a smart guy. What's the difference between a kilt and a skirt? Well,
the gender of the occupant.
I actually have a song about that, Dr. Andy, that'll explain it to you.
I'm very afraid.
You should be.
Very, very afraid.
Should be. Are you ready? Here we go.
Sounds something between the Dead Kennedys and the band X.
I love Celtic punk. So basically, what they were singing about is if you're wearing underwear, it's a skirt. If you're wearing underwear, it's a skirt.
Good to know.
Take a peek and find out.
I'm good. We'll
So-
just guess.
So the reason I was telling this is those are heavy kilts. They're made out of wool. You know, they're not the most comfortable things in the world to wear.
Uh-huh.
But I would traditionally always wear my kilt like you're supposed to wear it. And there was a place called Marineros down in the First Ward, closer to Larkinville. And I went to high school with Jerry Marinero, the owner. He was a year ahead of me. And we used to work out together a lot. And I was walking out the back door, and a wind took the back part of my skirt off. And there was these two poor guys behind me, and all of a sudden I hear, "Hey, buddy, what?" I go, "Oh, sorry, boys." You can tell it's a kilt.
Me, I'll stay with trousers. The occasional bathing suit.
So, would you like me to wear my kilt again this year, Dr. Andy?
Good. I'm good.
What?
It ages like a fine carton of milk.
Now, you're like me. You've been a lot of different places. Have you celebrated St. Patrick's Day at other places?
My daughter and I were out in one of the southern cities. I want to say Charlotte or one of those, and they had the big party crowd there. We just watched a whole bunch of drunk people ricochet off of buildings and get sick.
We were very fortunate in downtown Buffalo because, like I said, it does get cold. And my one sister-in-law, her uncle owned a building on Delaware Avenue, and everybody would meet there, and we'd watch the parade there. And that it was always a good time,
Oh, cool.
you know. But like I said, if I had to pick between the two, I would definitely would rather go to the First Ward parade.
It sounds like something I'll have to see sometime.
Oh my God, yeah, it's a lot of fun, and you might not remember it though.
We're pretty safe. I don't drink alcohol.
Thank goodness, you know,
No.
not anymore. Anyways,
It's not good for me. Either.
no, it's not good for the people.
Causes stupidity.
I just got goofier when I drank.
Makes me stupid, and I'm stupid enough to start.
Only once I got into trouble, and I didn't get into trouble because we were at a bar, and a young fella bumped into me.
Mm-hmm.
You bumped me? And my poor buddy Nick from Kentucky, he's like,
You've
he's like,
fought how many times in a ring?
doesn't matter when you
Yes,
drink
it
it.
does.
And so Nick's like, we gotta go. We gotta get him out of here. And my ex is like, oh, look, he's making friends. And Nick's like, no, he's not making friends.
Mm. Yeah, I always was the lucky guy who met the bumper or bumpy.
And then the poor kid made the mistake of trying to follow me out of the bar to apologize to me.
What did you tell his survivors?
Welcome to Eddie Buffalo.
Did you really get in a fight? Or
No, not at all. They stopped it before it even
Oh,
happened.
good. I've watched so many people and patched them up the next.
I still carry my pro card just so I don't get into a fight in the street.
I've never gotten into a street fight, nor will I ever get into.
Not even in high school or grammar school.
That doesn't
Bullshit.
count.
Yes, it does.
Nope, under 21 does not count. We don't discuss under 20.
Oh, we're going to discuss it, Dr. Andy.
Some other
Now,
when I have plausible deniability.
Now, this year, with Easter being so close to St. Paddys Day, have you ever heard of Dingus Day?
No, but it sounds like something I probably want to wear gloves for.
Well, the literal translation of Dingus Day is Schmingus Dingus, to act the fool.
Oh,
So basically, it's the day after Christmas, excuse me. Day after Easter is Dingus Day, and it's only celebrated in Wisconsin and Buffalo, New York.
oh, okay.
So they would rent out the old central terminal that hasn't been used for
Mhm.
trains since the 70s.
Mhm.
And how many people do you think show up to this party?
You get at least 30,000.
The last one I went to was over 45,000.
Yikes.
So it's on the old east side of
I'm
Buffalo.
glad I'm not either a policeman or a custodian there.
Yeah, you probably knew him. And you would go to St. Stanislaus because it still has Felician nuns. And boy, them women could cook some pierogi, let me tell you.
I can only
It's
imagine.
delicious.
I was spoiled as a kid in that my Uncle Eddie, my Aunt Patty.
Uncle Edju. Wujek Edju. Yeah, come on.
Boy, I've not heard the language in so long.
Let me ask you this. So,
Mhm.
since you had Polish relatives, have you ever drank Krupnik?
If you tell me what it is, I can tell you.
It's the national liqueur of Poland. It is a honey liqueur.
I think so. As a 8 or 9-year-old, my uncle gave me something that was sweet lighter fluid.
Do you remember it being like amber or like goldish?
I remember more the burn in the burn in the subsequent illness.
So I remember one time each of us went down for Dingus Day on the east side, and there was a Krupnik shortage that year.
Oh. So what did you have to do? Drink like lighter fluid and stuff?
I knew one of the bartenders. He's like, "Eddie, look what I got." It was at one point a full bottle of Krupnik.
It had a very short lifespan.
Yes. And I got to tell you, I don't drink anymore, but I can taste it right now in my mouth. What I would do is I would do the Krupnik shot and I would put a little tiny bit of Fireball on top. So it was like honey cinnamon.
I've never had Fireball, and with the Krupnik, I had it when I was.
So it's spicy Krupnik.
I'll take your word for it. Probably something that would taste bad going down and even worse coming back.
And unfortunately, when everybody goes down there, hardly anybody lives down there anymore. You know, and you're lucky to find your car because it isn't like there was parking. So you're parking in all kinds of little neighborhoods and things like that.
Ooh.
And if you got to pee, everybody ends up eventually at Artie's. It's a little bar across from the central terminal. They make 95% of their money on one day.
They rent the lavatories out.
Oh no, a lot of booze, Well,
those days are long gone for me.
it keeps you nice and warm if it's cold out in Buffalo.
Yes, preserve us and keep us in eternal life.
I remember, like you get like Sobieski vodka would come in to the central terminal and they do a big ice sculpture and they would like. That's how you got your shot. They would pour it from up top, and you held your thing on the bottom, and that was delicious. I'm never big on like the Tilski beer or the different other. I can't remember the other name of the Polish beer. I was just never a beer drinker.
My uncle had Polish vodka, and he had other Polish clear fluids that can be used to start frozen engines, and will take paint from metal usually.
So you're saying that you miss Krupnik is what you're saying.
I always remember Uncle Eddie's Christmas wake up. He'd be there asleep, and he'd take a cold can of beer right down in your back. Whoa, I'm awake.
That'll wake you up right there, buddy. I even talked to the owner of the Celt in McKinney about bringing Dingus Day to Texas. What do you think about that? I don't know, just because that's one thing that I'm super, super sad about, that my Polish jokes are useless here in Texas.
I am sometimes the Polish joke, unfortunately.
Dr. Andy and Eddie Buffalo walk into a bar.
Oh no. Oh no.
I don't know what to say, Dr. Andy. I really don't on that one right
Nor
there.
do I.
I think I need to make a Dingus Day song. What do you think?
I'll take the bit.
So I didn't tell you what the other tradition is on Dingus
What was
Day.
that?
The girls squirt or splash water on the boys, men,
Mhm.
and we hit them on the dupaya with pussy willows.
Oh, okay. I know what that is.
Dupaya? You know, with dupaya or pussy willows.
I know what dupaya is.
Samya dupya, Dr. Andy.
I think it's time for me to go.
No. So another song I did was the Polish outlaw Edu. And when I was a little kid, my aunts and uncle they would teach the kids the swear words. Like my mother, she was Irish, and she taught all her nephews and nieces
Look.
how to say shit for the first time.
Mm.
And my Polish relatives would teach me, dupaya, which is kiss my ass, samya dupia. And so the song was about Polish Edu, the outlaw, that the Texas Rangers caught him.
Mhm.
And they said, "Do you have any last words?" And he said, "Pasami dupia." So with the software I use,
Mhm.
I have to spell it out.
Yes, that can be a challenge. Oh, one quick story. When I was a senior resident, we had a Polish national come in. This is New York, and they evidently been drinking a long time. They're unconscious. They're a mess. We had to admit them. Blah 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 blah. So we have this fairly intoxicated, messy street kind of guy
Bet you had a hard head too.
in a bed. We also had one of the junior residents was a fairly attractive young woman, and
This is gonna go bad quick.
We were trying to communicate with her. It was her patient. She was trying to communicate with them. And, she said, "Anybody speak any Polish?" And back then, I still remembered some. So I said, "You have to get real close to him and lean right in front of him." And I told her how to say, "Baby, give me a kiss."
Such
You
a
can
jerk.
imagine what happened.
Such a jerk.
Oh boy. The guy probably hadn't brushed his teeth in about 10,000 years. And he got both arms around her and gave her a kiss.
You made his day.
I think I made her day too, but not the
Did she
good
kill
way.
you afterwards?
Yes.
So in that song, Kiss My Ass,
Mhm.
when you spell it out, the AI tried to say it phonetically, which wasn't even close
I'm
to
so
what
afraid.
that word is. I'm not gonna play it.
Okay. Well,
But hey,
we've gotten a step or two away from UFOs.
I know we talked about the polls, we talked about the mix, which I'm one of each. So, and guess what? We're at the end of another show, Dr. Andy.
We have to keep on fighting.
No, this is late night with Eddie Buffalo.
Oh, okay.
What's wrong with you?
No more fighting.
No more fighting. No.
Oh, good.
Swiper, no swiping. Swiper, no swiping. I'm Dora the Explorer all of a sudden.
Oh, okay. I'm more a Phineas and Ferb guy.
So with me knowing Polish, English, and
A smattering
Spanish,
of Spanish.
does that mean I'm trilingual, or do I just keep on trying?
I think you're very trying at times.
I'm super trying at times. He
No.
keeps on talking about his patience, and I don't know if he has any after hanging around with me. So we want to thank everybody for being with us. Be
I have to
careful.
like the guy, or else I wouldn't come here and make a fool of myself on a regular basis.
Please be careful if you're out at the parades. Be smart.
Don't do anything dumb like I would as a child.
If you're doing something dumb, hopefully you're with somebody that's not dumb or not drinking.
Please don't drive.
No, not at all.
Don't even pull up and take jump shots.
You're such a jerk.
Yes, I am.
That's the second time I've called you a jerk on this show.
Well, I'm consistent.
So we're gonna end the show like we end every other show. Life is way too short to not hang out and be with people that make you laugh, you have a good time with, and that's what you should do. Enjoy yourself, and I can't even look at you anymore. I really can't. I can't even look at you. I can't even look at you. So we're out of here. Whole week of shows coming up. We have Monday, we have Buffalo Fights. Tuesday, EBI News for you. Wednesday, Insurance Questions Podcast. We all started from the beginning. Thursday, we got some doctor, some guy.
Yeah.
Did you ask Dr. Andy? Friday last week, we started doing our own video show, music videos. You know, and they can't take it down because we own them all.
ETV, EdTV.
EBTV.
You just need a different. You can't have an astronaut. You have to have like a cosmonaut.
Dude, there is a EBT already in India.
Oh,
So I think I might have to change that too. I don't think they're gonna find out.
I think EdTV. It's education.
There was an EdTV. There was a TV show, dude.
I'm so far behind the times.
So do you think it stood for erectile dysfunction TV? Got any of them? Y'all got any of them blue pills, Dr. Andy? Let me tell you what. We're supposed to be ending the show, and he keeps on going. Keeps on going.
Time for me to go home. It's past my bedtime.
Wait a second. Woo. We're out.
Do that again. You have to marry me.
We're out of here, everybody. See you next Saturday. Be good. Take care. Oh my goodness. I don't even remember what the sponsor was. What was it? Old Navy? No, Old Glory. I always say Old Navy.
T-shirt and
Old Glory. Check them out. 50% off. Promo code Buffalo. We're such whores. Have a great day, everybody. Good night.